1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Small lines are very similar. So AI thinks this is the same exact person. That is wild. So where is this Palm Beach Pete now? Is he alive? So I found this photo right here, and you can see the BMW markers right there on the tire. And then we have the teeth. Did somebody do a top comparison? If not, maybe we should do that too.
Please say hello now to Palm Beach Pete, who is standing by. Hi, Pete.
He owned an Aston Martin V12 Vanquish S.
J-Eppy. I know that's J-Eppy for a fact. Palm Beach!
Let's see if you can catch the symbol on the back. Aston Martin. I can tell it's Aston Martin symbol right there.
Yeah!
I just feel like they're playing in our faces, y'all. A lot to go over today, fam, because I literally changed my mind on this. I said before in a previous video, this is not Epstein. Palm Beach Pete is not Epstein. They look like totally different people. Oops, I almost ripped my cord out this mic here. But I have repented on that. So repent means change your mind, and I have changed my mind on this. We can do this with other information that we receive. If we start to gather more information, it can literally change our mind from what we believed previously. And now I'm seeing more evidence that there's just too many coincidences. So I'm going to start with this video because this video specifically is what really kind of jump-started me to looking more into Palm Beach Pete. Caption here, you're telling me that nobody's talking about the fact that Palm Beach Pete is living in Epstein's mansion. I did some research. Epstein's mansion in 2021 was demolished. But let's continue the video, then I'll explain further. And so people are saying that this is Epstein's house. But again, it was demolished in 2021. So this is Epstein. Palm Beach Pete. They're at the same place. This is what lit up the red flags in my mind. They're at the same place, the same background. So when Palm Beach Pete made this video, I didn't connect it previously to that Epstein was in the same exact place. But this is not Epstein's mansion. Epstein's mansion is demolished. So if this is not Epstein's mansion because it was demolished in 2021, what is this place? From what I could see in my research, which I looked into Gemini, and I got this thing on my phone to where I can like screenshot whatever's on the screen. And I think it's called Google Lens. Is it called Google Lens? Let me see if I can show you people. It's called like Google Lens or something like that. And you hold this down and then you can tap on here and then Google, like read what's ever on the screen or see what's on the screen with Google Vision. And then it will tell you about the place. So I'm like, I had the brilliant idea to do that with this specific photo and also Epstein's past photo and see what this place is. Also, this is a different car too. I did the same thing with the car. I believe this is a BMW. Epstein had a Bentley. So I think they got this wrong as well. But it's still a luxury car, so. But you can tell this is a Bentley right here. And I'm gonna show you what Gemini said in the BMW, that it was a BMW that Palm Beach Pete was driving.
I was at my home in Palm Beach.
Palm Beach.
Hey everybody, this is Palm Beach Pete.
I didn't do too much research into the shirt. I just didn't, but maybe this is true. It does look similar. But I didn't look too deep into that part. Now I'm gonna show you what Gemini told me because it made some contradictions, some really big ones at that. All right, so this is how I started off this whole conversation. I took the screenshot of both Epstein and Palm Beach Pete. They look very similar. Epstein, all right. Same place. Look at the background. Same place. These palm trees, that little white terrace right here. You can see like beach chairs and stuff like that. Green grass. Where is this? This is not a house. At first I thought it was a house, but they demolished the house in 2021. Epstein's old address. But you can tell it's the exact same place, which is what made me. Just that fact alone made me look into this more. So like, what are the chances that they're going to be in the same place, recording a video or taking a photo in the same exact place? What are the chances here? So Gemini said, yes, these are the same location and feature the same person. Gemini mistaked it for the same person, y'all. And I'm like, what? So AI thinks this is the same exact person. That is wild. And then it contradicts itself too. It says the man in the images is a Florida resident who recently went viral in March 2026 for a striking resemblance to Jeffrey Epstein. He has since identified himself on social media as Palm Beach Pete to debunk conspiracy theories claiming he is the deceased financier. So what AI thinks is this is both Palm Beach Pete, but no. It's the opposite. It's both Epstein. So they're saying this filmed in Palm Beach, Florida. The venue type, which is what I want to know so bad because it's not a house. This house was demolished. So the background characterized by the low white concrete wall, the red life ring, and the manicured lawn directly overlooking the Atlantic Ocean is typical of an exclusive private club or a waterfront mansion along Palm Beach's Billionaires Row, specifically Ocean Boulevard. While it looks like it could be a public beach, it is almost certainly a private venue. In the video these screenshots are taken from, Pete mentions he was going to play tennis and have lunch, which he did. I watched that video. Suggesting he was at a private club such as the Palm Beach Bath and Tennis Club or the Mar-a-Lago Club or a high-end residential property where he resides or has membership. I'm thinking it is this Palm Beach Bath and Tennis Club because he plays tennis, and guess what? Epstein also had involvement in tennis as well. What are the coincidences that continue to add up? They're both Jewish. They both went to New York around the same time. They both came back and went to the same place in Florida around the same time. What are the coincidences? There's too many lining up, and see, over time, once you get more information, you can definitely change your mind and repent about things you believed in the past. And so I basically told it contradicted itself. I said, okay, you contradicted yourself, you robots. Because you said these are not different people, I'm noticing too many coincidences. They look almost identical, and they're at the same location, which you admitted. Some people are saying this background is Jeffrey Epstein's house, but apparently that was demolished in 2021. Was it rebuilt? I need to know the exact location in the background with the pool, palm trees, and Atlantic Ocean. So it says, I apologize for the confusion. Let me be very clear. The two photos you provided feature the exact same man. No, they don't, by the documentation. One is, quote, Jeffrey Epstein, and one is, quote, Palm Beach Pete. They do look different. I still believe that. I still believe they look a little bit different. But why do they look different? This is what I've changed my mind about. Well, Palm Beach Pete is basically like an older version of Jeffrey Epstein. He looks skinnier in the face, definitely. Jeffrey Epstein looks like he's kind of a bit stocky. He looks like he was a bit muscular. Whereas Palm Beach Pete has aged. You can notice it's an older version of Jeffrey Epstein. Got skinnier face, maybe did some more cardio, maybe stopped lifting in the gym or muscles are deteriorating due to age. Maybe they got a little bit of plastic surgery just to change it up a little bit. But they're very similar looking, but still different. But people's faces do change as they age. Okay, Jeffrey Epstein's former house, this is what it's saying now, 358 to 359 El Brillo Way. It was completely razed. The new owner, David Slock, built a 10,000 square foot modern estate on the lot, which was nearing completion around late 2025 or early 2026. So my thought, I'm thinking about, what if he's at the same mansion, just the rebuilt mansion? But so I sent in another photo, and it still is telling me that it believes it is the tennis club, private tennis club. So then I asked about the car because people are saying they're in the same car. So this is a Bentley right here, and this is the BMW. And AI mistakes this as a Bentley as well, just a different model. This is what it says. The first photo is leaning, the Bentley Musalon, and the photo 2 is Bentley Continental GTC, the one with the interior with, quote, Palm Beach Pete. But I think it got this wrong, and I'm going to show you why. So I found this photo right here, and you can see the BMW markers right there on the tire and on the steering wheel. And you can see that it's the same headrest, or it looks very similar. I believe it's the same one as the internal video he did inside the car, the tan headrest. It's just a convertible that's hardtop. So going back up to this photo, he put the top up, but it's still the same car. And so AI would have got this wrong. It is not that Bentley Continental. This is a BMW. And so it correctly identifies this right here as the BMW 3 Series convertible, the E93 generation, produced from 2007 through 2013, which would be in alignment with when Jeffrey Epstein was alive. It then says that Palm Beach Pete is a test drive guy. Peter Frey is a well-known automotive journalist and the official test drive guy for Brayman Motor Cars in West Palm Beach. His job involves filming reviews and promotional videos for a wide range of high-end brands, including BMW, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, and Porsche. So I asked, does Epstein own the same car? It says no, there's no record of Jeffrey Epstein ever owning a specific car of a black BMW 3 Series convertible. But Jeffrey Epstein has had an extensive and expensive car collection. His documented vehicles lean heavily towards Mercedes, Benz, Bentley, and large SUVs. Jeffrey Epstein owned Mercedes-Benz, SLR McLaren. Wow, he had all these crazy expensive cars. 2018 Bentley, like the Continental, a classic Bentley Turbo R, SUVs, and then some. He owned an Aston Martin V12 Vanquish S. But wait, I'm making this realization as I'm filming this right now. I saw a video where somebody saw Palm Beach Pete in an Aston Martin. Let's go to that. All right, here we go. This is the Aston V12. I did the same thing that I showed you earlier about showing Google the image and then it finding out what it is. And so apparently this is Palm Beach Pete in Aston Martin.
Pete, boys! Palm Beach!
Yeah, I can tell by the symbol on that car, it wasn't Aston Martin.
Pete, I'm behind J. Epstein tech. I'm gonna go ram his shit. I know that's J. Eppy. I know that's J. Eppy for a fact. Palm Beach!
Let's see if you can catch the symbol on the back.
Pete,
Where is
boys!
he?
Palm Beach!
Aston Martin. You can't tell, but I know a good amount about cars. So I can tell it's the Aston Martin symbol right there. And so Epstein owned an Aston Martin. And so you know what? This will be a great alibi. If you want to come back into society as a different person, your job is to test drive cars. Because if you don't have that job, you're going to look like a billionaire, a rich billionaire. That's how you're going to come across if you're seeing all these different cars. And so what an excellent life story and alibi. Oh, I'm just Palm Beach Pete. I just test drive cars. That's what I do for a living. And that would explain why you could see Palm Beach Pete in so many different cars. So verifiable evidence is right here. He owned an Aston Martin V12 Vanquish. So then I said, I just want to verify if this is the same place in the photos because I really want to locate and figure out exactly where he is with the beach in the background. And I'm asking it, are they both from that tennis club? If you see in one photo, it has the white wall, green grass, and beach chairs laid out on the beach. So this is it right here. You see the beach chairs, the beach, that white wall, and all of that. And he's also made a video on his tennis court. And it says, yes, I can confirm that these photos are from the same location. The Bath and Tennis Club located on 1170 South Ocean Boulevard, Palm Beach, Florida. The coincidences you are noticing are exactly why these videos went viral in March 2026. And this is Peter Frey. Palm Beach Pete is a former Division I tennis player and a frequent player at this club. The blue hard courts seen behind him are part of the club's extensive athletic facilities. Addressing the Epstein house rumor, this is where I believe conspiracy theorists are getting it wrong. That is not Jeffrey Epstein's house. It is the tennis club. Because the house, again, as I repeated multiple times, was demolished in 2021 and has been replaced with a new private residential mansion, 360 El Brillo Way. And it changed from 358 to 360 El Brillo Way. I would want to change the address too. Who would want the same address as Jeffrey Epstein? Nobody. But I believe that background that we're seeing is the Bath and Tennis Club. Members only tennis club by the same architect, Joseph Urban, who designed Mar-a-Lago, which is located directly across the street. The club is about 2.5 miles south of where Epstein's house used to be. So yeah. It's like, what are the chances? They're taking photos and videos at the same tennis club and they both enjoy the sport. Now I said, but okay, Jeffrey Epstein had a video photo in the same exact location background. So did Jeffrey Epstein used to play tennis? So yes, Jeffrey Epstein has significant connection to tennis, which adds to the coincidences you're seeing. The tennis house, Epstein's former Palm Beach estate, Maison de Limerte, featured a massive 82,000 square foot tennis house and professional grade courts. Tennis donations, he donated tennis donations. Wow, what an awesome moral man. Epstein giving tennis donations for the youth tennis programs. Social scene. In Palm Beach, tennis is the primary social activity at private clubs. While there are no famous videos of Epstein playing a match, he was frequently at these clubs where tennis is the central focus. So Palm Beach P is a former Division I tennis player. This is why he's specifically filming at the tennis course and using a tennis bag in your uploaded image. So this is saying right here, Gemini, AI saying the exact same location feeling comes from the fact that Pete is a member of the same elite Palm Beach social circuit that Epstein once inhabited. What are the chances you have a very highly look-alike doppelganger in the same city. And at first I'm like, okay, you can have a doppelganger. We all have them. But in the same city, I'm like, I guess so. I guess that could happen. But in the same city, they both have involvement with tennis. They both drive very expensive cars. They're both Jewish. They both have that New York accent. They both were in New York at a similar time. There are too many coincidences lining up here. Too much. And then I mentioned about the Palm Beach Pete and Jeffrey Epstein both being Jewish and lived in New York at around the same time, right? It says, yes, you are correct on both counts. So, I mean, when are we going to stop looking at these as just coincidences and just calling it what it is? I think I'm really confident now these are the same people and they're spitting in our faces. They're playing, they're laughing, and we can do nothing about it because we don't control things. We're just the goyim, the cattle. Jeffrey Epstein was Jewish and born in Brooklyn to Jewish parents. Palm Beach Pete, Peter Frey, was also Jewish. New York residency, the same time, both men lived and socialized in New York City during the same peak years of their careers. Epstein, he primarily resided in the Upper East Side mansion from the late 1980s until his arrest in 2019. Peter Frey, he was a real estate executive in New York City during the same period. He has recently confirmed that he lived in the city and moved in the same high society circles as Epstein. They have direct connections, the parties. He admitted in March 2026 video that he actually attended a few of the same parties as Epstein. In New York, in both, I thought it was just one place, but in both places, New York and Palm Beach. Though he clarified that they never had a personal relationship and that he found Epstein creepy. The TV appearance to prove his identity is real, many have pointed back to a 2011 through 2012 appearance he made on The Real Housewives of New York City as a date for Sonia Morgan. This footage confirms he has been a known figure in New York City social scene for decades. And I actually looked up that video, by the way. So I did ask it to give me the link of the TV show, and it says you can see him prominently in season 4, episode 9, A New York State of Mind, in season 4, episode 12, Gossip Girl. And I don't have access to these TV shows, so I had to YouTube it. And it said the YouTube clips, you can find clips by searching for Sonia Morgan Date Peter season 4 or Peter Frey Real Housewives. I tried this, I didn't see anything. But I tried this and I did see something. So this is what I've seen. You can barely see his face here, and it's in 480p, y'all. But I'm gonna show you in real time.
Like your birthday party too.
It was very moving. I was just blown away. Seeing those friends there made me feel that things are going to be okay.
Now that looks like Epstein. It looks like Epstein to me. And what does the actual title of this video say?
I felt loved. It made me feel that things are going to be okay.
The title says, did Jeffrey Epstein appear at Sonia Morgan's birthday party during season 4 of Roni? Now look when this was posted. 5 years ago. So this is before the whole Palm Beach Pete stuff came out. Before his virality came about, Palm Beach Pete. 5 years ago, they asked this question. And I thought it was Jeffrey Epstein. And so I think this is further evidence that the guy is Epstein. Just an older version, skinnier and older. And a little bit of a different, he has different parts in his haircut, a little bit more wrinkles maybe. Maybe did a little bit of plastic surgery on his nose. I think his nose looks a little bit different. And what else? He changed his voice a little bit, speaks a bit more nasally, a bit more higher tone, higher pitch in the voice. And what I believe is some people have an alter ego that they've been practicing for a large part of their life. This could have been something that Jeffrey Epstein planned for decades even. Creating an alter ego because he planned this out, faking his death, and then going back to society years later and playing this alter ego. I mean, these look like the same people, y'all. Once you see this side by side in the same place, the same exact location. Like I said, his face now is skinnier, but people do change when they get older. He grew out his hair a little bit. There's different parting right here. You see the part is on the right side or his left side. And back then he had a part on his right side. So now he has a part on his left side. Back then he had a part on his right side. His hair grew more. His nose is, I'd say, a little bit different, but you can tell it's the same nose. The wrinkles, the smile lines, they're the same. It's just his face is skinnier. I don't know how he did it. If he just like lost weight or whatever. He has the same moles or dots on his forehead. You can see one dot there, one dot there, one dot there. These three is pretty, you can see them. 1, 2, 3. And then over here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Small lines are very similar. Small lines right here. And I mean, eyebrows are pretty similar. A little bit more bushy on the left side, but they're still pretty similar. And then I remember in my last video, I talked about this part. It's called the philtrum. I said how different it was. But I guess it depends on the way the face is smiling or talking. Because now it looks identical. The philtrum, which is that indentation in the middle of the upper lip. That is identical. The same person, y'all. Slight changes, but it's the same person. I'm very much confident of this right now. And it's honestly very concerning. So this other video of this guy on Instagram, he's talking about the mansion thing. Again, as we did in the research with Gemini and looking up what this place is, it is not the mansion. It most likely is that tennis private club. It's going into his address. But what's crazy is that they're in the same place. That is the crazy thing. Taking a photo, taking a video in the same place. Now I want to show you the same exact stutter. They both have the same exact stutter. Listen to this. It's right at the F, the F.
And some knucklehead films me and then...
Are you hear that? And some knucklehead films me. Now listen to Epstein.
As perpetrating one of the largest frauds.
It's perpetrating one of the largest frauds.
And some knucklehead films me and then...
As perpetrating one of the largest frauds.
And some knucklehead films me and then...
As perpetrating one of the largest frauds.
Yo, so I mean, the evidence is only building, and once you learn more things, you can change your mind. You can repent about DNA tests. At this point, I think we have enough evidence to say we need a DNA test. If I was like a police officer or the FBI, even just a police officer, if I saw Palm Beach Pete, I feel like I have to bring him in for questioning. Talk to my boss. Faking your death is not anything new. People have done it before, so are we just going to believe anybody who has faked their death and pretended to die and they look the exact same and had the same stutter and live in the same area, have the same story and have the same facial features? Like, at what point can an authority bring them in for questioning at least? I don't know. But yeah, I want a DNA test. But you know what? It's not going to happen. These people, Satan rules the world, so these people are worshiping Satan. It's not going to happen. Like, justice is not going to be served by man to Epstein. If that is him, we're not going to find justice in the system of man, only of God. Now, I found this myself, and I thought it was another coincidence before, back when I didn't believe this was Epstein, because there's a YouTube channel called Palm Beach Pete, and I'm just like, you know what? That's kind of a common name, so I guess there's 2 Palm Beach Petes that exist. But he stopped making videos about a year ago. Look at this.
Allegedly, this is the real Palm Beach Pete, and they unalived him.
Which isn't too far from Black Point. Black Point's the next stop. And looking at the water and the seagrass to see how it's improved our... Hey guys.
Allegedly.
So now we go to Palm Beach Pete on YouTube, and he has a channel called Palm Beach Pete. His last video, this is the latest, his last video was 1 year ago. A lot of people are watching him because he has the same name as Palm Beach Pete right now. But he stopped making videos. So where is this Palm Beach Pete now? Is he alive? If he's dead, if he's truly dead, that would be a high cause for concern. I don't know if he's alive or dead. And then, like I said earlier, more evidence can change your mind. So you're seeing Palm Beach Pete getting these high profile interviews now, literally on Jimmy Kimmel.
And please say hello now to Palm Beach Pete, who is standing by. Hi, Pete.
Jimmy.
I were to point at, let's say Jeffrey Epstein was still alive, and I were to point at him, and then I were to point at you. Those fingers would be pointing in totally different directions, right?
No, I'm the better looking guy.
And I said before, you know what? You can't really see the evil on Palm Beach's face. And I guess my discernment was a bit off then. I think I just couldn't accept it because I'm like, are these people that brazen, that bold to try to trick us in this way? I didn't think so. I didn't think so. So I'm like, there's no way this could be Epstein. But now I'm kind of seeing the creepiness come off on Palm Beach Pete. Like just his videos, the way he's acting. Like if somebody was truly being mistaken as Epstein and they weren't, I don't think that they would react like this. but he's just eating it all up.
You are. Do people actually mistake you for him?
They give me the double look, but now that I've gone viral, Jimmy, it's nonstop. They want to take pictures of me, my autograph, but as Palm Beach Pete. I'm not Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete living my life.
Now,
Then we got him again right here.
Hey, everybody, where's Palm Beach Pete now? He's at Suche Beachy in North.
Something is very off about his videos. I can see it now after taking time to just see the situation. Something is off.
Beach in Miami Beach, and I had a delicious meal with old friends, and we had the best night.
The dude's creeping me out now. Just looks a little bit different. Just an older version of Epstein, but he's still creepy. I mean, the dude is just eating up this stuff.
Yeah.
I just feel like they're playing in our faces, y'all. That's what I feel like. And this is what this video is giving off. Kind of looks like a monkey right here. You see?
Yeah.
All right, look at the comments. I'm not Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. Jeffrey Epstein. How he say yeah, but his mouth didn't move. That was somebody else saying yeah. Bro thought he can enjoy life after his face surgery, and we can't identify him. And then we have the teeth. That is something that got me thinking as well. But it didn't get me fully thinking it was the same guy, because I'm like, what about the top teeth? But the more I thought about it, I'm just like, I'm making excuses not to believe this, because the bottom teeth are strikingly similar. Like, I don't think this can be a coincidence.
Here's all the evidence we have to confirm that Palm Beach Pete is actually Jeffrey Epstein. Starting off with the first and most obvious piece of evidence, that both of them look identical to each other. Here's a side-by-side picture of the both of them.
I still think they look different. But they look different for a specific reason. Older, age, and maybe he did change his face a little bit with plastic surgery.
And you literally cannot tell either of them apart. Next, the both of them literally...
See, I mean, they look different. He looks definitely older than Jeffrey Epstein. Got some more sagging skin, different hair, skinnier face. I think this is Bill Epstein, just older.
So both of them literally have the same exact teeth. So as you can see right here, this is Jeffrey Epstein's bottom row of teeth. And then if we go ahead and look at Palm Beach.
You see, I want to see Jeffrey Epstein's top row teeth, because we see if there's a good picture of Jeffrey Epstein's top row teeth, that will even bring further evidence. But I don't think I've seen a good picture of that, because he's really showing all his teeth right here, not just the bottom. Did somebody do a top comparison? If not, maybe we should do that too.
Pete's bottom row of teeth, literally identical to Jeffrey Epstein's. Next, in a recent interview, it was actually revealed that Jeffrey Epstein and Palm Beach Pete actually lived in the same areas at the exact same time. So when Jeffrey Epstein was living in New York, so was Palm Beach Pete. And then when Jeffrey Epstein was living in Florida, so was Palm Beach Pete. And when this was brought up, Palm Beach Pete was literally trying to shush the interviewers. And then finally, every single day now, Palm Beach Pete is uploading videos onto social media saying that he is not Jeffrey Epstein. And in a lot of these videos, a lot of people feel like he's actually trying to gaslight us because he really is actually Jeffrey Epstein.
To me, it seems like Palm Beach Pete is a character he's playing. It's his alter ego. It's like a more of a lighthearted type of guy. He just plays tennis. He's Palm Beach Pete. That's his alter ego. He's probably been practicing it and perfecting it for maybe decades at this point. Because these people are smart, y'all. They are really smart. It's unfortunate. It's kind of like the evil mad scientists. They are very smart. They know human behavior. They know how to fool, manipulate a lot of people. But if you think enough and you have the Holy Spirit, you can see past it in time. And so with that said, a lot of smart people, they plan things years and sometimes decades and even longer ahead of time. And so this could have been planned out since he started the island. It could have been planned out way back then. You know, I'm going to do the island thing for decades, and then I'm going to fake my death, and I'm going to come back as an alter ego that we planned for, that I practiced for. I'm going to change some things up. I'm going to look older. I'm only going to come back on the scene once we can tell the public is not going to do too much. Because what happened? The Epstein files were dropped. We saw some horrible things in the Epstein files, and there was no heavy revolt from the American people. We kind of just said, this is disgusting. I hate the American government, the cover-up. We've admitted that, but have we really rioted and tried to overthrow the government? Well, we haven't did all that. Like, We just haven't did too much. So now it's the time that it's okay for Jeffrey Epstein to reveal himself as Palm Beach Pete, come back into the open. Because he's like, okay, the American people, they forgot about it, or they're not going to do too much. It's kind of sad, but I mean, what are we going to do? We don't really have that much power as the people. Like, they know this. They know this. They can just play in our face and do whatever they want. And we're not going to do too much. I mean, what can we actually do anyways? As a Christian, I believe we shouldn't really do too much to try to overthrow the government. We're just called to live in peace and be the example and lead people to salvation. Now, if the government is overthrown, I wouldn't be mad about that. I would be like, yeah, let's go. But I'm personally not going to do it. Like, what can I do? You need like millions of people on the same page to do that. Millions. If you don't have that, it's not going to happen. And America, sadly enough, is not really on the same page. They successfully divided the American people against each other. So we are fighting ourselves. Instead of fighting the class war against the elites, we're fighting ourselves. And that's how they have ultimate control over the citizens of the U.S. and over the world. So let me know what you think about all this in the comments below with all this further evidence that we've seen in this video. Do you think this is Palm Beach Pete, or do you think that this is really Epstein in disguise, in his alter ego that he's practiced for and put on a character? All right, may the Lord keep you, may he bless you, may he shine his face upon you always and give you peace. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and you shall be saved. Amen.